on a cable car 100 meters in the air. This bald man is being chased by someone, and he has no place to hide, only to see him come a help jump. And then the man's name is Vincent, originally the top killer. He was tired of fighting and killing, but the jungle is not a place for wishful thinking. His former employer Thomas took 5 months to find him and asked him to take out 3 of his competitors. Vincent, of course, refuses, but with his girlfriend kidnapped by them, he has no choice but to work hard. Low-level killers use guns to kill people. Top-level killers only create accidents. His first target is a big African man who is in an island prison, surrounded by sea and filled with sharks. The main difficulty is getting into the prison. Vincent, true to his professionalism, starts to prepare the props, cuts out a piece of chewing gum, which is actually dynamite, prepares a pack of cigarettes, which hides the eyeliner, and a carton of hairspray is actually an anti-killing agent. He paints deceives on his face and pretends to be a fugitive, runs out into the street and starts molesting the police, flicks cigarette ash in people's faces, and is sent to jail. At the jailhouse check, the gum was fine, the cigarettes were fine. Hairspray, what's a bald guy wearing hairspray for? Luckily, the guards didn't ask any further questions, and Vincent managed to get into the prison. The big African was surrounded by a lot of minions, so Vincent waited patiently for the right moment. Suddenly, he saw a man pushed aside his fake hand, revealing a sharp dagger, which was about to stab the African big brother. Vincent made a decisive move, and a flying dagger went straight to his heart. The African big man was so happy that he invited Vincent to have dinner with him. Vincent said yes, but I don't like crowds. So the two of them had a chance to be alone. The African big man said, "You are a talented man. You can work with me from now on." Vincent smiled, "I have a job." Vincent strangled him so hard with his fees cane that it didn't take long for him to pass out and choke. He rushes back with a mixture of various strange powders on the table and pours it all into his mouth. The poor big African twitched a few times and died. At this time, the little brothers outside heard the noise and rushed to check. Vincent signaled them to keep their voices down. "Your boss is praying." The boys never realized that their boss's hands had been wrung off. Mission accomplished, but how does Vincent get out? He shoves his gum into a crack in the wall, pulls a fuse from the trap and lights it. Then he takes off his clothes and covers them with antiseptic. Then he covers his ears. When the guards arrive, Vincent has already escaped the prison and jumps right in. The guards fired underwater, but it was too late. Vincent boarded the fishing boat that had picked him up and spoke to Thomas to make sure his girlfriend was safe. He embarks on his next mission. Mining magnate Kevin lives in a penthouse luxury condo with very strong security, with bodyguards following him 24 hours a day. Trying to kill him would also have to look like an accident, which would be too difficult. But for Vincent, there's no one he can kill. He discovers that Kevin swims in his rooftop pool at a set time every day. The pool's special tempered glass is 50 centimeters thick, so even a power drill can only make a small hole. Vincent, who is well versed in mathematics and chemistry, immediately had an idea. He hooked up a kind of chemical clock. As long as the injection of the reaction agent, it will destroy the glass structure in a few seconds. So Vincent pretends to look at the apartment and secretly matches the key to the downstairs apartment. He slashes the glass open and climbs above the high-rise like Spider-Man. His unicorn arms move slowly through the air while an abyss lies beneath his feet. He then hoisted himself to the bottom of the pool, punched a hole with a power drill, put in a clot, and injected the drug. Kevin happily began his daily swim as well. When he dives down to see the bald head, it's too late. Thomas can't help but laugh out loud when he sees the news report that Kevin, a famous mining man, has fallen to his death from a broken pool. Now there is only one last competitor left, arms magnate William, who is hiding in the bunker. Vincent also investigates and realizes that the original 3 men he was going to take out were all arms dealers who were secretly manipulating the world. Thomas is trying to take them out to monopolize the business, and he's tired of being used as a gun. Thomas must pay for this. Never seen such a despicable assassin, aiming a shot at the guard's ass from a distance, then ducking into the trunk of a hospital helicopter. Taking advantage of their ass healing, he infiltrated the heavily guarded bunker to tune into the surveillance. Sweeping up the bunker guards along the way, Vincent is unstoppable. And William, the bunker's owner, has just heard of an intruder and is rushing in his pajamas to take the elevator to the safe house. Vincent dismantles the ventilation shaft and throws a grenade straight down. William accelerated his pace, iris comparison, then fingerprint unlocking. He hurriedly dodged in to tighten the large iron gate. Shuenron's heart finally dropped. The intercom came from the younger brother's report. Boss have finished searching. No intruder. William sighed. Surely there is no He was sitting on my face. Vincent explained to him the purpose of the common enemy. They are friends. That to hit it off immediately. William went into his submarine factory to inspect the work, and when he got to the bridge, he signaled his men not to follow him. Then he crossed his arms and smiled. Thomas starts watching the news again, thinking William is dead, and sends his men to take over his submarine and finish off Vincent in the process. In fact, the explosion was just a stunt put on by the two men, and Vincent had secretly gotten William out of the way. The boys go to open the submarine with great excitement, only to be greeted by bullets and explosions. Thomas, who watched the live broadcast, is terrified and reminds his men to keep an eye on the sea. Vincent is coming, but he never expected that Vincent has high technology and dies directly from the bottom of the sea. He came on board in style, killed a few of his men with a few knives, grabbed the gun, and then directly started the abuse mode. Thomas look at this still have to. Scared hostage are not want. Start the yacht self-detonation. Called the helicopter to escape. Vincent chased all the way, and his girlfriend settled in the escape capsule after to take out this old baby. Soon only Thomas is left alone. After a physical fight between the two, he is chained to the boat and left for dead. But he smiles. Big deal, 1 for 1 with you. You won't get far if the boat is going to blow up. Vincent laughed, who said I want to run. Suddenly rushed into the cabin. Thomas blinded, hissing out his last words, tell my son not to mess with the barren head. Girlfriend is rescued by William's men, who are told there were no survivors from the explosion. Is Vincent really dead this time? Of course not. He'd seen the construction plans for the yacht ahead of time, and ducked into the reinforced anchor compartment just before the explosion. This time he can really retire and enjoy the world of two.